Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Recall. I hope you're doing awesome. Today we are going to be going over the Pentium 233 custom built PC that I had built about a year ago now actually, and arguably this computer was the one that kind of started it all in terms of the YouTube channel here. And what does that mean? Well, I was on the internet and browsing different advertisements on the web, and inspired me to kind of look at stuff on eBay. And I found this company in the US that had come across a warehouse with barebone packages. So back in the day, you had barebone packages that were available to sell, so you can build your own PC. And the barebone was came with your tower, generally your power supply, all your cables and stuff for the system, plus your motherboard that would come with the system. And again, it was a barebone package. So then from there, you could expand upon it. So when I saw this down in the US, I was astonished that this PC, this barebone package in box sealed, was available for a relatively decent price, and shipping wasn't all that bad, even with all the exchange rates and all that good stuff that we experience today. So I said, yes, why not? And so I had, I've always been a retro enthusiast, tech enthusiast, retro tech, and it was just really exciting to get this PC specifically, and it's made by Tech Media, is the organization that made the actual barebone case. So I had some new old stock parts. I had some things that I had laying around from years gone by, and I just said, you know what, it'd be really cool to put all that together into a package. And my main goal was just to kind of build a PC from the era that I really fond of, which was the Pentium 200, Pentium 233 kind of era, when I was, socket 7. I was really into it at the time, and this is what really inspired me. I mean, I've been around computers forever. I mean, I had 386s, 486s, etc. But this was something that I really wanted to get into. So I said, let's go ahead and just build out a system out of new old stock parts and a barebone system. Now, not everything was new old stock. I did have some older components that I had kept over the years, and it was just really exciting to be able to do this. So again, this particular system, we're going to go over it in detail and fire it up and kind of show everybody just what this computer is. So in my other videos, when I was running the Hewlett-Packard videos, where I had the new old stock printer, the 670C, as well as one of the Doom videos, I was using this actual tower. So hopefully through the, by the end of this video, we can play a couple games, show you a couple of the pieces of software that I have installed on the system, and go from there. So let's kind of just review the system up front as it is. This actual system is a Pentium 233. I have 128 megabytes of RAM in this computer, which we'll see as we go through. Now I have a hard drive in here, a real hard drive. I believe it's a 40 gigabyte hard drive. This BIOS is only detecting the limit of 8 gigabytes on the system, and that's fine. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways I can get around that, but I just wanted the sound of the actual hard drive in this system. I mean, you can get different IDE to CF adapters and what have you, which I have. But again, I just really wanted the sound of that. Now, I do realize there's clickers out there and all those good things, but for the sake of this build, I wanted to run on real hardware. So we have an Acer 50-speed CD-ROM drive. Now, that wasn't of the era, but I did have a new old stock drive that I had here, and so I just put that in there. And I also had a used Hewlett-Packard CD writer plus 8200 series. My original one was a 7100 2-speed writer. This is, I believe, a 4-speed writer, could be 6. We can verify. But I had a 2-speed originally, and that's what really started. That was my very first CD writer I got back in the day to copy to 650 megabyte CDs. And I wasn't aware that when writable CDs at the time, I was young enough that regular CD-ROM drives couldn't write. So I had begged and pleaded my parents, and they were able to get one for me. Now, this is not my original. This is one that is in excellent condition, rarely used, that I was able to get from another system. This 24-speed CD-ROM drive, Creative Info 24, which comes with a remote. I do not have the remote. This was out of one of the systems I had worked on when I was a kid, and eventually the individual just said, "Here, have the system." So I had saved it all these years. So I just thought it looks really cool. Plus, I love Creative Labs equipment, so I kept that. Now, I don't need 3 CD-ROM drives. I just don't. And so that leads into the fact that I do have this beautiful 5.25-inch floppy drive, which I've been meaning to put into this system for quite a while. It is, I believe, new old stock from a company. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, this was one that I had gotten off of online. But yeah, it's a 5.25 drive. From what I gather, everything looks pretty good. All the mechanisms and everything work great on it. So again, I haven't tested this, but this is something I'd like to put in here as well. And I mean, again, we could do that on this video. The other thing with this system, when I was building it, I didn't have any socket 7 coolers, heat sinks or coolers. So I ended up going on Amazon, getting StarTech, and the two, not one, two, I always order 2 at a time, were broken. And so I wanted to get the system running. So the fan assembly itself was coming apart from itself. It must have been damaged in shipping. And for the sake of $7 or $8, whatever it was, I ended up just crazy gluing the edge. It was fine, and unfortunately that glue is let go, and this sounds like a dump truck now, or an airplane taking off. So I went ahead and ordered a brand new one, and I have it's heavier duty. So in this video, I will be putting this in as well, because trust me, when I turn this on, you will hear it, and it will. That's all you'll hear. Maybe everyone else won't hear that. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I wanted to get that called out. So we'll be doing that in this video as well. And another thing that's really, 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 really cool is I really wanted the original case stickers for the system. And you might have hinted from the thumbnail, as well as the sticker on the front. It does have a 3DX video card in here. It's actually a Voodoo 3 3000 3DFX video card, which is amazing. I came across it online. This gentleman was getting rid of it, gave me a super deal on it and a Voodoo Banshee card. And it was just really awesome to get that. So I took that card, put that in here. I had a Creative Labs Video Blaster video card growing up, and just I always wanted the 3DFX video card. So I have it now. So that's what I wanted, and it's installed. But to have the stickers and everything, so I went online, and I also watched LGR's video on where he gets all his stickers. You know, I have a Sound Blaster sticker here. I have the design for Windows 98, the Intel Pentium inside, MMX, and then the 3DFX, which is just so real and awesome. So you get them from Geek and Spiel. That's the company, and they send this awesome letter. So thanking you for the purchase. If you're a new customer, welcome. If you're back for more, thanks for the continued support. If you can, send a pic of your build. I haven't done that yet, even though it's been almost a year since I've done this. And I always like to see what people are doing with these stickers. I may even share it on my Instagram if you don't mind. Also, if there's any issues with the order, make sure you reach out. The entire experience purchasing from Geek and Spiel has been amazing. It's very simplistic on eBay. Sends me an awesome letter. Also some cool stamps and things like that on the envelope. So I also went ahead and ordered stickers not only for this system, but also for my the ThinkPad 370, the ThinkPad 380XD that we showed on the video, or sorry, on this channel earlier. And so I was able to get the replacement stickers for that as well when I went ahead and refurbished that unit. So we have some design for Windows 95 stickers here as well, and they're just absolutely amazing. You got that kind of metal sheen to them, which is just really, really cool. And we have an additional 3DFX video card badge sticker as well, and it's one of those rubberized raised ones, which is really cool. Anyway, I have that, and I have another Sound Blaster one. Again, because I love Creative Labs, and there is a Sound Blaster card in this system. And then they went ahead and threw this in. I didn't know what it is. They threw that in. Geek and Spill put that in for free and just kind of threw it in. Retro inside, which is really, really cool. One of his own designs. So it was really, really neat to get that. So I'll put the link down below in the description, in the comments section there of the video. But just so everyone has an opportunity, if you're doing any retro builds, highly recommend them. Highly recommend Geek and Spiel for any of your stickers and things like that. Just really, really, really amazing to work with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear the bench off and take the system and put it on side. We're going to go through the system, kind of show everyone what's inside this tower, as well as make room to be able to replace the CPU fan and heatsink, just because, again, it sounds like a airplane taking off, and trust me, there's no need of that. So we'll get that sorted out, and yeah, so let's go ahead and do that now. Hello everybody, and welcome back. So I'm going to go ahead, I already have the system all set up here and all zoomed in, all ready to go, so we can see the insides of the computer. So let's go ahead and just open that up so everybody can get a good look and see the insides of this custom built system. So again, this system, as I mentioned earlier, was bare bones. It came with the motherboard, came with the case, came with the floppy drive, came with the power supply, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't a lot that came with this. And the rest of it I had to, of course, supply. So this particular this particular motherboard is an Elite Group P5VX-B version 1.1 motherboard. And I mean, it's just a really awesome motherboard because it comes with all the expansions you can think you can use for this. I mean, I know we probably said that 100 times over the years, but essentially the actual motherboard itself, and I got this information from the retroweb.com, and all the information for the system is here, and I'm just going to lay it out the way the configuration is in the actual case. But yeah, so you can see just numerous expansions for this. It has a Coast module, cache on a stick module expansion as well. It has the option for SIM memory and DIMM memory as well, which is really awesome. It has all the IDE controllers, floppy drive controllers, and everything on the motherboard. It is AT style, so it has the AT power supply as well as the DIN 5 keyboard. But yeah, so this is really cool to see. So let's go over the actual motherboard itself. So we have our ISA slots here, and we have our PCI slots up here, and I noted in my previous video on the AOpen Mystery PC where we modded the real-time clock. If you look here, I actually have the modification done to this real-time clock as well. The difference is this motherboard did not require any sort of unsoldering or desoldering of the chip because it already had a socket. So I just popped it off. That's when I had ordered additional Dallas chips, but unfortunately they didn't work. So that's when I did the modification, and it works perfectly. I have a coin cell in there, and it's been working great over a year now. So this is the beautiful StarTech.com fan sink that we're going to have, or heat sink we're going to have to replace. We have a Sound Blaster 16 CT2950 sound card that's in the system. I do have one of the CD-ROM drives connected to it as well. I think for the sake of the video, I am going to pop out the CD-ROM that's there, and I'm going to go ahead and install the 5 1/4 drive. It'd just be really cool to be able to read some of my 5 1/4 floppies, which I have not. I don't actually have a system set up at this time to do that yet, so that'd be really cool. I also have the SCSI card that's installed in here. The SCSI card is a Symbios SYM 20402. It's one of those angled, those really weirdly cut ones, and that is for my scanner. Now, one of the main reasons, or one of the top reasons I had built this computer is because I have a Hewlett-Packard 4C scanner. And I know Shelby over in Tech Tangents also just recently got his working, and I had spent quite a bit of time talking back and forth with Shelby. He actually went ahead and made a video and included some of my footage in his video, and I'll link that down below as well because it's just really cool. And after all this time, he finally got it working, and I've had a working Hewlett-Packard 4C, which I do plan on doing a video on in the future as well. But this particular card is an ISA card that I've had since 1996, and it works great. And popping in this motherboard and seeing that scanner come alive again, it was just really cool. We have the Voodoo 3 3000 right here, this PCI video card as well. Just really awesome to have that in the system. It runs hot. I'm not going to lie, it runs extremely hot. So I have a secondary fan that's over here that runs for me. And because I just needed passive air to go over it. I know there's other modifications you can make, but this is all it needed. And it didn't even ask for it or give me any problems or any sort of freezing in the system. I just really wanted to help that kind of cool down. Again, just get some airflow going through the case. So this is the coast module right here, the cache on a stick. So it gives me an extra base system memory. So I have that as well. And then we have our hard drive. I believe it's a Seagate 80 gig drive, or sorry, 40 gigabyte hard drive. I'm not going to go through all the motions of taking it out on this video. We can turn it on in the BIOS and see what it is. But it is for sure a 40 gig. But again, the BIOS only recognizes it as an 8 gigabyte. But again, I don't know the brand offhand. And again, we have the different memory modules down here. So I opted to go with 4 32 megabyte SIM memory slots or memory chips for this motherboard. I mean, I did have the option to go with the DIMM and the SIM, but I came across this seller on eBay who was getting rid of a bunch of memory, literally a bunch of memory, buckets of it, and such a fantastic price. So in that pile of memory were 4 32 gigabyte sticks. So I literally popped them in here and immediately fired up and have worked since. So that's just really awesome news. All right, so while we're here, I think what we need to do is just go ahead and pop off this fan and heatsink, because again, it's just broken and it's not working. It's new, but it just doesn't work right. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop that off the motherboard here, and we'll be all set. Okay, so we have the heatsink and fan off here, and you can see where it's one of the fins is broken on the fan, and I had taken the fan off, and you can see inside here that the main frame that holds the fan assembly to the frame was just busted off. So anyway, got ahead and clean that off. So I mean, it's going to go in the garbage. I don't know why I'm even bothering to try to wipe off the thermal grease. So I'm going to go ahead and just wipe it off on top of the processor here. Just clean up the processor, get it all kind of sorted out, and get it ready for some new application of new thermal grease, just so we have, so we're all ready for the new heatsink and fan. So let's go ahead and get that removed. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply the thermal paste to the CPU here. I'm just gonna go ahead and just put a cross across, just to have the paste on here nicely. Oh, it doesn't seem to, oh, there we go, all good. And we'll do the same thing here. Just clean that up. Thermal paste is always fun to work with. And we'll do the same thing across here. There we are. I'm just going to put a little bit more here just to be sure. There we go. Okay, I'm going to clean that a little bit off that's on the edge there, just because there's no need to have any more than you absolutely need to. And we'll get that cleaned off just in that corner. Make sure we're all good to go. And there we are. Good. And we'll go ahead and get the new cooler and the heatsink and fan here, which is really good. Again, hopefully this time it looks really good. It doesn't look like there's any damage to the actual fan itself or anything like that. So that's good news. So let's go ahead and get this installed. Okay, so we have our heatsink and fan installed. It's all wired up there, all ready to go. So let's go ahead and move on to removing the CD-ROM drive. We're just going to go ahead and take that out of there. And yeah, I've decided I want to throw in that floppy drive to see what we can do to get some 5 1/4 functionality out of the system. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back with ideally the drive removed. Okay, so we have the drive removed now. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the IDE cable, and this particular IDE cable is plugged into the CD-ROM drive. So I'm going to very carefully take that off the header. There we go. So I'm going to pop that off there. We're good to go there. All right, so we went ahead and removed the creative CD-ROM drive that's here, and that yeah, that's I love the drive, of course, and it was manufactured from here in 1997, June. Awesome to see. Okay, let's go ahead and pop in this 5 1/4 floppy, and like I said, everything just moves beautifully on the actual drive. And all the mechanisms seem to be working fine. So let's go ahead and pop that in, hoping we get some 5 1/4 functionality out of this system. So, I mean, it does have the two headers on there, the MMX and the floppy connector. Let's just make sure that we have the ability to get them to reach, and we should be good to go there. Okay, let's go ahead and get that installed. Okay, so we went ahead and we have the 5 1/4 floppy installed. Through the magic of editing, I had to, it took a bit of work to get in here just because of the amount of wires and cabling that's up here, to snaggle that wire up through for the floppy connector. It was already there, but because I'm separating it so far on the chain from the very top of the system up here, for the 3 1/4 or 3 1/2, sorry, all the way down to the 5 1/4. I just had to make some adjustments here. So that's all done now. We have that installed. So we have our fan and heatsink replaced. We have our 5 1/4 drive installed. So I think we're ready to fire the system up. So let's go ahead and get the bench all ready, get the system all back up and running, get everything set up, and see how this goes. Okay. So let's go ahead and we have it all set up here. We have our system all set back up with our Creative Labs speakers. We have our keyboard, Keytronic keyboard, and this new old stock Microsoft wheel mouse that I found at a thrift store as well. So we have that. And we have our new 5 1/4 drive, well, new to us, 5 1/4 drive installed. And we, of course, left the other drives installed as well. And I've left the sides off the cases just because in the event that I have to swap a cable around or double check something real quickly, I have full access. Let's go ahead and fire up the system. Definitely much quieter than it has been, I tell you that right now. All right, let's go ahead and see here. It's just adjusting to the other monitor here. Because originally I had a CRT here, and for today's video, we're using the LCD as well. So let's go ahead and double checking the fan. And the fan's running beautifully there. Nice and quiet. That's awesome. All right, let's go into the CMOS and just see if we can set up the, see if we can set it up here. The 5 1/4 drive. And I see that the monitor's adjusting everything. Let's just give it a little, give it a little brightness here as well. Just for everyone to be able to see on camera there. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Exit. All right. Let's go to standard CMOS setup here. And for drive B, we're going to go ahead, and I believe it's a I'll be honest, I believe it's a 1.2 meg drive. Let's go ahead and save. And restart. Let's see if the system picks up the floppies. Voodoo 3000 BIOS coming up there. That's awesome. So it's a Pentium Pentium MMX 200. I thought it was the 233 I have in here. I have the 233 chip. I just happened to swap it out before this. I also upgraded the BIOS on this board as well. It's version 1.5. On the original revision, it was version 1.1. So I do have that updated as well. Okay, let's go ahead and see if they seek the drives. There's A. There's B. Awesome. Detected both drives, detected the CD-ROM drive and the HP CD writer. And there's Windows 98 booting up. I would say that's a success. Okay, it's continuing to load, and I didn't mention it, but we have 128 megs of RAM. I mentioned it earlier, but it did the memory test and found all the memory just fine. And because it's the first time I've had this monitor hooked up, it's just detecting it, and I'll just let it use the base drivers for the monitor for the sake of today. And there we are. We have Windows 98 all loaded up here. And yeah, so we have successfully installed the brand new heatsink and fan. We have the 5 1/4 drive installed. So let's go ahead and be right back. I'm going to go ahead and put the sides on the tower and give us a better angle at the monitor so we can explore the system. All right, everybody, welcome back. And we have the system all put back together over here. We got the side panels on now that we know that the drives seek no problem. They don't hang. And yeah, so we're ready to go here. So let's go ahead and fire the system back up here again. And I'll see if I can get everything adjusted in terms of lighting and everything. I just want to make sure everyone has an opportunity and can see the screen here well. Okay, let's pop it on there. That's much quieter. I'm telling you right now, that system was so loud. It's crazy. There's a Pentium with our memory counting up and our BIOS version, as well as the Energy Star logo. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to escape and pass the memory test for the sake of the video. And we're going ahead and booting up here. Drive seeking no problem. Yeah, Seagate system, plus I have, or hard drive, plus I have the 50-speed Acer showing there, as well as the Hewlett-Packard CD writer. So everything is detecting just fine again, which is wonderful. And by the looks of things, everyone can see everything on the screen. Found our 2 drives, which is wonderful. And there we are. We have our Windows 98 up and running. Just loading up the background here. There we are. And now this system, I specifically have installed several pieces of software on here, just because I just wanted to, throw on a bunch of stuff that I have found, different programs. So we can definitely explore some of it. I've installed. It's not detecting the fax modem, the US Robotics fax modem at the moment, which is the external 56K that we used in our dial-up video. If you haven't seen that video, please go take a look. It's really cool getting on the internet in 2023 using dial-up. But this is fax modem alert. It's just a piece of software that I have that does faxing from the system. So I just wanted to see if it would work, and I tested it out. So we have that. So yeah, here we are. So we have our desktop in Windows 98, and so I'm just going to go to programs, and nothing is alphabetized here, but let's go through a few of the system files I have installed here. So we have the accessories area, which is again part of Windows 98. We have our communications, which is our dial-up networking, our entertainment, which is our CD player, different volume controls, Windows Media Players in here as well for Windows 98. Our games, there's our standard games that came with Windows, our Free Cell, Hearts, Minesweeper, and Solitaire, which is awesome. Internet tools, Internet Connection Wizard, just in case you need to install or how to connect to the internet. Fortunately, we do have the dial-up installed on here. I don't have this system networked. Again, being Windows 98, didn't really feel the need to do so. And then in Windows 98, introduced the various backup tools, system tools to the system. So we have our backup, we have our character map, clipboard, compression agent. I didn't use a lot of these things, to be honest. I did use disk defragmenter back in the day, drive converter. If you had a FAT16 drive, different file system for the hard drive, I definitely use that as well. Inbox repair tool, maintenance wizard, resource meter, scan disk, all those good things. So just really cool to see this the software again after so long. So this is a resource meter monitoring our system. So we have system resources 76% free. Again, I mean it is what it is, just part of the system. Far cry from what we have today in all of our system managing. So we have our address book, calculator, imaging, notebook, good old classic paint. Can't use Windows without paint, and we'll go hi. Love it. Love classic paint again. There we go. It's not very welcoming, is it? All right. Anyway, hi. There we go. So we'll go ahead and close that. Nothing exciting there. And under startup, I just have a bunch of different applications that start up as part of the programs. I have the Print Shop Pro installed. This would have been by Broderbund. We had the Print Shop Deluxe Ensemble 3 installed as well on this system, but I also have this version of it as well. So it's really cool to go in. I mean, this is from 1999, I believe. Yes, whereas the other Print Shop was designed for Windows 3.1, Windows 95, so much older. This is really cool to go in here and choose different projects. So let's start a new project and hit OK and see what happens here. So you can do different, do I want to do photo layouts, card, calendar, all the different templates you can use to do this. And what do we have under business? Business cards, certificates, labels and stickers. You can imagine that being quite popular back in the day, including certificates. And yeah, so here we go. We'll choose from just a default certificate, and it's loading from the memory of the system, just what it has, and presented to the retro recall, which is not letting me type. And let's see here. Oh yeah, you have to do all the different layers here as well. So we're not going to do that in today's video, but I just wanted to show everybody the Print Shop or Paint Shop Pro. So let's go ahead and hit no on that. And we're not saving that, that's fine. So one of the other cool games that I used to play quite a bit growing up was under LucasArts was the the Phantom Menace. It was one of those games that I had got lost in quite a bit. Just going in there, we have Jedi Knight, we have Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, we have Phantom Menace, of course, and then X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. So just really cool to see these games again on the system. We have Microsoft Flight Simulator 98 installed in here. We have Monster Truck Madness 2. Let's go ahead and fire up some Monster Truck Madness 2 to see bring that up here. There we are. Just love the graphics in the system. Let's driver check-in. And let's see here. Driver X, rookie. Let's fewer options just to see what we have for graphics right now. Okay. Oh, let's go with 3DFX. Image quality high. I don't know if it changed anything on the splash screen, but let's go here. Let's get some water effects and reflections, headlights, lens flare, flicker reduction. Let's get all those installed. Okay. Okay, let's see if this fires up here on the 3DFX card. The 3DFX Voodoo 3 3000 PCI. Let's see what quality comes up. Oh, there we go. 3DX logo comes up. Love it. And we turn on everything. There we are. I didn't say I was very good at it, though. Oh, I just love all these old games. I think we should take out some of this, these power poles. Who needs them? There's a water tower over here. Let's take this out. Oh, apparently the water held up. All right, let's see what else. Yeehaw! Monster Truck Madness 2. All right. I'm not seeing any of my fellow drivers at the moment. Random train in the way. Don't worry, there's always a way around that, right? Oh, maybe not. It's awesome seeing the graphics from back in the day running on the Voodoo card. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we have installed on this system here. Let's go ahead and end the race, and we'll go ahead, yes, and we'll end the game here. All right, that was Monster Truck Madness 2. We have Motocross Madness as well. Let's see if this will play without the CD. I think actually Motocross Madness required 3D acceleration, to be honest. I believe so. All right. My name is Hi. That's what I'll do for now. And let's go to options, just see what options we have in terms of graphics here. Graphics quality, we'll go high. Let's 640 by 480 is fine. Oh, it will do more. Okay, let's go 800 by 600. And then hit OK. And we'll go ahead and just jump right in and play. Hit back here. And single player. And we'll just do a stunt quarry for what it is. Sure, 2 opponents, fine. Practice is fine for the sake of today. And let's go Bowling Green. There we go. My bike. Rider, let's see here. Oh, stands out in the crowd there. That's the red Power Ranger. All right, there we go. Good enough. We're not going for looks here. We're going for performance and see if the system picks up on everything. Well, the monitor continues to adjust. I'm not sure if I'm happy with the auto adjustment all the time. I know it's trying to do the best configuration. That's why the CRTs are nice. But yeah, so here we go. I do not know all the keyboard controls, to be honest with you. Oh, jeez. All right, get back on your bike. Come on. Motocross Madness. It is really awesome seeing the graphics from back in the day, especially, I know I said that earlier, but it's just really neat on the Voodoo card. Ooh! Oh, come on! Oh, at least I'm close to the bike this time. There's a bunch of different keyboard commands. I didn't go into controls and do any sort of configuration on them and all that, but you can go in and there's a bunch of flips you can do and different stunts and things like that you get scored on. And yeah, so it's just a really cool game. And of course, if you go into tournament mode, you can play against a whole bunch of different players in a race and all that stuff. But again, just looking at all the detail and the scenery from way back is just really, really neat. I don't hear any music. I'm not sure if that is part of this, to be honest with you. Let's go back and take a quick look here at the options for sound and just see what it's picking up. Oh, there's supposed to be music. Oh, it just wasn't turned on. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, let's go back and look at the other parts of the system here over here. That was a pretty long video, but I just wanted to show everybody the Pentium 200 machine that, well, first off, repair it. I wasn't expecting it to turn into a repair video, but I figured we may as well do it all at the same time and just to go through and explore it. So it's pretty awesome. So we have our SimCity 2000 here. We have the 1996 Gruyler Multimedia Encyclopedia. I don't know. Back in the day when you know, you had all the books, and it was just really cool to see this on the computer. It was really cool. QuickTime for Windows. Of course, you got to have QuickTime for the Apple type format. We have Diablo installed here. We have Real Player. Anybody remembers Real Player from back in the day? But just really cool. So Real Player, it was another audio player, but also you could stream live news, sport, entertainment, music. It was just really cool. I mean, you can see I just clicked on music and it would bring you to the website, and I can't find the server, so I mean it's not working, obviously. But it was just really cool that you can go in and put in like the link and you could stream live music. I mean, today we take that for granted, but just back in the day, Real Player allowed you to do that through your internet connection. What else is installed here? Microsoft Works for Windows. I remember growing up, I think this is version 3. But it was just really cool back in the day. I remember being in high school with this on their older PCs, and you know, using Microsoft Works. Let's see, this is version 3, back from 87, 1993. So I imagine this is when this was made in 1993. But yeah, just going in here and doing all the different formulas and you know, Microsoft at the time, Microsoft Excel wasn't the big player at the time. I mean, it was definitely in the market, but Microsoft Works was definitely something that was used quite a bit, at least for us, and it was just really cool to see. Go ahead and close that up. And what else do we have here on the system? So we have Adobe Acrobat version 3. I don't know what version we're up to now. I think it's Adobe Acrobat DC, they call it now. WinFax Pro. Do you want to send a fax? That's where you would do it. So you would just take your document, use your fax modem that's connected to your computer, tell it to go through this, you know, you print a fax, or tell it to send a fax via that. It would just use your modem and document. You wouldn't, none of the, you know, physical big machine that would sit on your desk and you put the piece of paper in and it would go ahead and dial out on your connection. We can just do that right from your computer and receive faxes as well. It's really cool. We have Unreal installed on here, which is an awesome game. Unreal Tournaments installed here as well. We have Carmageddon 2. We have QuickTime. We do 2 different versions of QuickTime installed in here. Corel Photo Paint 6. So this is one of the pieces of software that we have installed that allows you to capture the image from the scanner, the ScanJet 4C. So you just go up, file, it's just an acquire image, and then you select your source. And in this particular case, it's the software, and then you click on gain the source. So it will actually go ahead and scan the document or scan the image, send it to the software, and then this is just allows you to do a bunch of, you know, correction, image editing to the document at the time. I remember using this quite a bunch when I was younger. So let's go here and we have HP Desk Scan 2. Of course, that's for scanning the scanning using the software. We have Paperport installed on here. We have WinZip version 6.3. So back in the day, you can zip your files using that software. We have NASCAR Racing 1999 edition installed in here. We have Microsoft Sports. We have WordPerfect Office 2000 installed on here. Oh, geez, all the different. We have Corel. So new project to be equivalent Corel's version of Office, Microsoft Office, what that is. So 3D Pool, Hasbro Interactive. We have Sorry installed. Microsoft Reference, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Binder. We have Excel, Outlook. This is all version 97 that I have, which is in box. EA Sports. We have NASCAR Revolution, Electronic Arts, Need for Speed 3. This was a classic. Love that game. WinRAR. We have Microsoft Publisher 98. We have the Best of Microsoft Entertainment Pack, which we did a review on already. And then we have the HP DeskJet installed. So those are all the games we have installed and all the different software I've installed in the system. So one of the things I want to do is just load up the command prompt here and see if I have, I'm going to see what I have installed here in terms of games installed on here. We have, yeah, we do have Quake 2 installed in here. So let's go ahead and run Quake 2 and see how it does. Let's just run GL Quake here. I don't see the 3DFX logo come up here, so I don't think it's using the 3DFX card.
Indicate possible access and wet sector for the resume.
There we go. And we'll make 800 by 600. Apply and see if that takes a work there. There's loading. I have it maxed out right now, so. A big difference in the game by using the 3DFX card. Jeez. Alright. Good old Quake 2. I don't have my control set up very well right now. As you can clearly see. Let's see if we get my aim working. So I have my mouse. It's my mouse control. I'm using the keyboard here. That's far enough away I can get them, but that way I don't. Oh, just crazy, the graphics in this. It's amazing. Way ahead of its time, especially the 3DFX card. It just makes a huge difference. So, obviously my aim is off. I'm gonna go on the controls here real second to see what the. Let's see what our controls are. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go to that guy, that guy. Come on, guys, leave me alone. You're a nice guy. I'm your guest. Okay, yeah, you're right. So that's how you do it. All right. That makes a little more sense. And they're inverted, of course. That's always fun. I didn't bring my swim trunks. Surprised to look me. Let's go. What else is it? Right, crouch down here. There we go. Oh, Quake 2.
Reporting 80% failing soundtrack.
Awesome. All right. So you can see the big difference between the graphics between software mode and 3DFX Quake. It's just really, really awesome to see the difference using OpenGL through using 3DFX. What are options are there? So we have PowerVR, OpenGL. We have the 3DFX, of course, default, and then software. But yeah, no, that's really, really cool. All right, let's go there. And let's see what else we have here. So let's go back to the DOS prompt here that we have and see what games we have here. So I have good old classic Duke 3D. Warning, adult content.
Groovy.
Nukem 3D. I mean, this game will run with or without the Voodoo 3000 card, but definitely cool to see.
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Entering Hollywood Holocaust. It wasn't very graceful of me. I don't have any of these controls set up. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Oh, I'm your friend. Come in peace. So, jump is this weird control. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah. Just figuring the controls out as I go here. Come on! Oh! Alright, there we go. Duke 3D. Duke Nukem. Classic. And jump. There we go. Alright, well, it's something. There we go. Oh, I found a secret place. And apparently I didn't stay in the secret place very long. And let's see. Oh. I will take all of those. Well, that's no fair. Oh, there we go. What do we got going on here? No extra guns. So awesome. Oh, that's cool. The different map views. Okay, awesome. All right, well, let's Duke Nukem. Let's go there. And let's see what else is installed on here. Let's go to... we have Caesar 3, which is another amazing game. We have Stunts. We have Quake 2. Carmageddon. We already played Quake 2. We can't go. We gotta talk about the elephant in the room here. We have Doom 2. Oh, wait a minute. There we are. Doom 2. Alright, let's go new game. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh. Some of that extra health here. classic Doom 2. Awesome. All right. Well, that's it, I think. Yeah, so I think it's been awesome, awesome journey exploring the Pentium 200 custom-built computer. Sorry, I realized I had said at the beginning it was 233, and even to my own, I had forgotten that I had switched out the processors that I had. I forget why I did that at the time, but I had done it. But yeah, so exploring Windows 98, we installed the actual heatsink and fan, which is awesome. And it doesn't sound like an airplane taking off, which is amazing. We installed the 5 1/4 floppy drive in the computer, which was awesome, and it's just fine. And I definitely want to do some additional tests on that drive. I am seeing it installed here. I'm going to go ahead and another video and get some of my older software and see if we can definitely run some additional pieces of software on there. So it'll be really, really, really good. So in the meantime, thanks everybody for spending some time with me today and exploring the custom PC that arguably started the YouTube video, a YouTube channel, just because I definitely, again, I definitely wanted to share these experiences with everybody. So it's just really cool to be able to do that. So if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button up top and hit the notification button. So anytime that we have new content, you'll be notified of that new content. And leave a comment below. Love hearing from everybody. Love the interaction. Share your experiences. What kind of hardware and custom builds did you have back in the day? For these particular systems, and what software did you have, and what games did you have, and what experience did you have? So just really, really cool to be part of this. So again, thank you everybody for watching the Retro Recall and exploring today, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.